So we got it up on the lift. And the tranny doesn't go in gear. So what happened was when we first took it all apart, he took the tranny to have the tranny have a trans brake put in it. So we just put it all back together, it don't move. So unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to go to the track with it from here. So he's gonna come pick it up, bring it to his house, take the tranny out, bring the tranny to the guy, have the guy, check what's wrong with it or whatever. It's probably something stupid, but whatever. We do that, and then put the tranny back in, and then we'll go up and go run it with him up at his local track up in Lebanon Valley. So what I'm doing now is I'm just getting it all, making sure all the nuts and bolts, everything under here are tight. Go through it one more time. I know I'm going to do a wheel alignment real quick on. I just centered the tie rods as good as they could get centered. They're probably like 3 threads off, whatever, on one side. So we're going to make that right, and then line it up and make sure it goes straight. And then after lining the wheels up, then we're going to put the steering wheel back on so the steering wheel is, centered. So right now we got that done. I just got to get a wrench for that. All right, I'll catch you in a second.
All right.
Wheel alignment's all done. I just got off the phone with Matt. They want to try something to make sure.
Got to drain all the fluid out of the pan.
Don't spill it because it's clean. You can reuse it.
It won't overfill, right?
No.
I have the extra red quart in there, but just I'll need to get that while you're doing it.
Yeah, hurry up.
Well, no, that really didn't. It was like a half a quart, so. All right, drain all that out.
So it's clean. You could see where I poured the red. You told me to put 1 quart of red in there. It's still there. It ain't even on that side of the pan. So there's nothing. Nothing
Didn't
looks
even
broken.
move.
Nice and shiny.
Nothing looks broken.
Dipstick's right there.
All right, I'm gonna try moving the converter back. I could see where it was riding before. See where you can see where it's riding before.
Watch your hands.
Looks like about a 1/4 inch difference. So let me do that. I'll move this and put a 1/4 inch spacer in here. See, I'm gonna pull this back and see how far it goes. Okay, well, we ended up having to pull the tranny out. We got the car back on the ground. Let me explain to you what's going on with this. So, when you measure the height from here to where it mounts to the flywheel, flex plate, to here, that measures 6 inches. So, after some research, Matt did some calling around, I did some calling around, whatever. We ended up talking to 2 transmission guys, and the issue that we have is this wouldn't go into the pump far enough once it was bolted to the car, to the flywheel. So it needed a 1/2 inch spacer. So, but once you put the 1/2 inch spacer on it, then what happens is you only have, if you look at that, that's only a 1/4 inch, if that, right? It was actually the hair under a 1/4 inch sticking out past this, because somebody put this ring on, which is a 1/4 inch, because it used to be down here mounted. Okay, so it would stick out a good 1/4 inch past this into the crank. Now they put this on. Now it only sticks out a little bit. Okay, you can see it. If I line it up at the bottom, there's really nothing going into the crank but a little. You could probably see. Let's see. Okay, so there it goes. It goes into the crank. That's 1/4 inch. Right? 3/8 of an inch or so. So, problem is when you put a 1/2 inch spacer here, then this sticks out like that, away from the crank. So we called Pat at Pat's Converters in PA. We're going to drop we're gonna go bring the transmission and the converter up to him. He's gonna weld an extension on that hub. Okay, and then we should be good to go. In the meantime, got the wheels all aligned, got everything all, pretty much done with that. Everything's straight. So now I'm going in here and I'm gonna fine tune this because you could change all this. So I'm gonna move that one over one, turn the bolts around, move that over one, and then this will end up straight. Steering wheel will be nice and straight. I'll bolt all the bolts on. You got to put all the hardware back on it, and the little center cap and all that stuff on it. And then we should be good to go with that. First thing tomorrow morning, we're going to drop off this converter. He said be there early, like before 7. So we will be there. Hopefully he could do this right on the spot, which he says he could. And after that, we're going to come right back, put it back in the car, get it running, put it all together, put the nose back on it, stick it in this trailer, and hopefully go to ATCO and test this thing out. All right, so let me finish putting the steering wheel on. I'll show you what that looks like when it's done. All right, steering wheel's on, nice and straight, ready to go. All right, I'm gonna get it back up on the lift and get it ready to put this tranny back in tomorrow. So as soon as we get back, we can slap this thing back together and have enough time to go to the track with it. Fortunately, the track is not that far away. Got a little less than an hour drive, kind of back road, so takes about an hour. All right, so there'll be test and tune tomorrow night, Friday night. Today is Thursday, yep. All right, so we got this thing back in here. We're doing all our measurements and stuff. So I got a 1/2-inch spacer, and then between the hub, I don't know if you can see that, but let's see if it'll focus. So between the hub and the back of the crank hole, there's a 1/16 of an inch gap between the two. Okay, and then a setup like this, when this is all the way into the tranny, this will draw out between a 1/16 and an 1/8 back this way at that where it's set up right now. Okay, that's with an 1/8-inch mid plate, SFI flywheel, and that converter. So this part of the converter is okay. Once we weld, probably gonna have to weld a 1/2-inch, whatever, on the end of the hub. Okay, so I got all these measurements, everything's written down. So we're gonna go up to Pat's in the morning and then get all this done and hopefully straighten this mess out and go to the track.
What?
So we're gonna be waiting for the tranny, so I'm gonna put this diaper back on here, engine diaper on it. And we should be good. Get all that crap out. Let's see how this thing fits. Okay. We gotta mount some bolts on this thing. Okay. This and that. This will go across the back. This is gonna go across the front. All right, you're gonna have to give me a hand, all right? We'll hold it up and then we'll show them what it looks like when it's done. Got this thing in there. These things suck, but it's actually in there pretty good. You're gonna have to tuck another one. I got one packed in here. You're gonna have to pack another one in there over those pads. You only have one in there. You get them, I forget what they call them, pig pads or something, whatever. Just get another one. If we go out later, maybe I'll pick one up. I know they got them, the oil absorb things. Okay, so we got them going to the back and the front of the header. The front one we had to grind so it fit around the header bolt, because that header bolt is right up against the header. The back one's no problem. So we're gonna let it down, tighten the header bolts back up. I'm gonna tighten all the header bolts up real quick, actually, because now that it started and ran for a little bit, we can torque them down again. All right, pull that pin, let's let it down. All right, so carbon fiber cover. I just cut this one to fit the front. So this one's gonna go like that. Okay, and then this other one, I'm gonna cut it down to fit like that. And then we need another one for the other side, because originally we were gonna do 1 5/8, 1.5 inches. So we only needed one strip of each. But now that 1.5 inches ain't gonna work because no 1.5 inches in here. All right, so I'll just get another one. You could pick up another one of those. This one could go back or whatever. All right, let me show you what it looks like when it's on there. And the way you install these is basically you put a little bit of silicone on the back side of it, push it down, tape it down. Next day, take the tape off, and you're done. All right, got that all done. That looks good. All right. That'll be ready tomorrow, no problem. So that's the end of that. Tomorrow morning, we go drop off the tranny and the converter. Hopefully we're waiting for it. He's gonna do it for us right on the spot. Matt's here first thing in the morning. Him and his dad showed up. I'm gonna take the tranny and go meet this other guy, Pat or Steve at Pat's Converters. All right, we'll show you when we get there. All right, so this is the guy that saved the day. This is Steve. We're at Pat's Converters in Pennsylvania. He took care of us first thing in the morning. He knocked it out for us. So what'd you end up having to do?
Ended up putting the extended pilot on there.
Yep, perfect. See that? Solved all our problems. Awesome. So if you guys need anything, any converters, obviously you build race converters, all kinds of converters in here, right?
That's true.
What's your phone number?
610-237-6900.
All right, guys, if you need any converter stuff, give them a call. Awesome. Thanks for helping us out, Pat. Steve. It's Pat's Converters, but he's Steve. All right, so we're back. We're gonna put the tranny, put everything back together. Unfortunately, you guys are gonna see this video after we're all done, but we're trying to go to the track today, so we were gonna invite you all to come watch, but you'll see the video. So with the tranny's back in place, got Pops helping us out here, making sure he can't just stand around doing nothing. He'll fall asleep here because these guys have been on like about 40 minutes of sleep since yesterday. They drove all night to get here. Got here about, what'd you get here, about 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning?
4:45, yeah.
5 o'clock this morning. We went over, we just got back from Pat's putting the tranny, getting the converter fixed. Now the tranny's all back in, putting fluid back in it. Get ready to start it up. Make sure it goes in gear. Make sure the shifter's adjusted. And then load the, well, actually we're gonna put the nose on it. Then we're gonna scale it real quick and see how heavy we made it with all the 6.0 bars in it. And that's it. See what's going on with it. All right, so we're almost ready. What time is it? Ain't too bad. Got that done pretty quick, actually.
9:40.
9:40. So less than an hour. You got the tranny back in.
Yeah, when did we get back here?
It was like
8:30?
no, it was like 5. It was about 10 to 9. Not bad. All right. Hit the trans brake button. Make sure that works. Yep. Do it again. Yep. All right. You already gave it plenty of gas, so just turn the ignition on. Once it starts, then put the fuel pump on.
Ready?
And then I'm gonna tell you put it in gear.
Yep.
You're gonna put it in reverse. And then here's the reason why. If you put it right into drive, whatever's in it, it gets pumped into the system. When you put it in reverse, it's all backwards, and it'll go into the filter first, rather than out the back. All right, so go ahead. Yeah. Don't turn the pump on. You got the fuel pump on?
I did.
Yeah, no. I guarantee you that's what happened. The thing got loaded up. All right, go ahead. Put the plugs in it. Those plugs are shot now. That's what happened. We got gears! Finally putting it together. So we just went through how to get the nose on and off, put the hood on and off. He's gonna get back in it. We're gonna weigh it and scale it real quick so we know what we gotta do if we gotta change something. Where's the other one of them things? Right there, Matt, right there. Put them all on. All right, looking nice. We're gonna scale it, we'll show you what it weighs, and then we'll bring it outside on its own power.
Alright, he's getting in.
All right.
Scaling it.
All right, we're gonna let it down. We're at 0. Let's see what the magic number's gonna be. Don't move. Hey, where's your helmet and stuff?
Back in front. I don't know if we waited.
Well, I wanna wait. All right, yeah, you know what? We didn't wait with your helmet, so just go ahead. Don't move. Ready? Johnny, pull that pin. Ready?
Yep. 5,000 pounds. 27, 22.
Oh! Okay, so it's all done. We got a little bit of an intermittent trans brake issue, but I think that's going to work its way out of it. Got the hook there. Put all this stuff in here. We hooked all that up and got everything else done. It looks good. The front end looks good on it. It sits nice. So it sits real nice now. So everything's done. Getting ready to load it up. Put the door straps on for the doors. The mirror, rear view mirror on it. We ready to go. All right, so depending on how long this video is, it might end right here. So don't forget to like and subscribe so you'll see us at the track. And if not, you'll see it in the next video at the track. All right, see you guys.